Are you really worried about your IELTS test even if you have prepared a lot? Do you have still confusions about listening MCQs? Are you still facing the problem with the reading timing management? Are you still not able to put some extra lexical resources in your writing task 1 or task 2? Are you still thinking while you're writing? And are you pressurized about your speaking interview, that who's gonna be interview and who's gonna take the interview? After all that preparation, are you still worried? Well, you don't need to. I'll definitely guide you. I'll definitely make some videos on that: listening, reading, writing, and speaking. You don't need to worry about. I always try to counsel the students before they appear in the test. Recently a student appeared in the test and I counseled her and she was motivated. Today a physiotherapist student I have in my class, and she was so stressed. Even after the preparation, she spends 4 to 5 hours while preparing for IELTS, and she's still stressed. And this is specifically the problem with females when they are extra conscious about preparation. So this is Kashif Shehzad. I am an IELTS trainer and student counselor. We teach IELTS and spoken English in Barfal Educational Services, Gujarat. And we deal in one-to-one coaching. This is the best way to teach IELTS. Right. We were talking about the worriness about the IELTS when you are going towards the test, or you have prepared all your IELTS test and you are still worried how to get appeared in test, and I am not sure I will get the required band or not. I always tell my students, look, teacher is a mirror of the student. Even if I am a teacher, I need someone to show me, to tell me whether where I am wrong, where I am right. And if you are a student and you are doing IELTS, your trainer is the best mirror you can have, who can tell you either you have a good preparation, you can go for the test, or you need more practice, or you need to work on these things. We make them practice manually and on computer as well. We don't put them straight on computer. We first develop their understanding of IELTS, then we take them on computer and we work on module by module. Reading is the toughest module in IELTS, and we start work from reading. Comprehension, reading, ability to understand, ability to summarize. We start from the reading. And when student completes the reading, he feels like he has done the IELTS. But remember one thing, being underconfident can be harmful, and being overconfident can be very harmful in IELTS. I have prepared many students who were like taking 7 bands in their mock test here in my academy, but when they appear in actual exams, they didn't get that band. They got 6.5 or maybe 6 band, or sometimes when I was expecting 7.5 and they got 7 bands. So why that happens? Many of you may have complained, or I have also listened those complaints when I did my IELTS 15 years back, that British Council's checking is not right, IDP is not proper checking the paper was not good, they were not easy, that was difficult, and the center was not this thing. These kind of things all you often listen, different excuses. But let me tell you one thing clearly, there is nothing that any problem with the British Council or IDP. There might be somewhere something that happened, that you have done your listening and reading perfectly but you haven't got bands. So you apply for rechecking and you got rechecked and you get bands. So that happens rarely, not obviously not every time. All right. So the thing is, the main problem lies within us, how we prepare. First of all, first step is how we prepare, how 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 our trainer has trained us, and the second thing is how we behave in the test. That happens even you have prepared well, your trainer has worked on you, but on that particular moment in the test day you don't perform well. So who's gonna be blamed? You or your trainer or the environment or British Council or the IDP? So it's you, it's we. at that particular moment we are not used to of Cambridge courses. We are used to of higher secondary school, intermediate board of secondary education. We have no idea what Cambridge board does, how they check, how they monitor, how they conduct exam, how they ask you to prepare. No one tells you properly, right? So the problem lies within us, that how we perform under those pressure circumstances. Let me give you a reference of movie which I always give to my students, Chuck the India. There is a movie where there is a Shah Rukh Khan movie and he trains the women hockey team, and he had the stopwatch in his hand, and when he trains the women hockey team, individual players, and he uses the stopwatch to train them on different tasks which are performed in hockey match. It's the same way we train you in IELTS in different tasks within time limits. We first make your understanding developed, then we use the stopwatch, we use the counter, we ask you to stay in time limits, we apply the pressure so that you get used to of that pressure which can come into IELTS test. Today one of my student had a test. I'll have an interview with her, and she told me, sir, I had no idea how the time is passing, even in writing. So I tell them, you do the writing task in 50 minutes, you do the reading task in 50 minutes. First you do it in 60 minutes, all right, there's an allocated time, but for the practice, for pressure, to handle the pressure, why don't you do it in 50 minutes? When I say that practice it in 50 minutes, they say, sir, test is 60 minutes, why we should do in 50 minutes? When I say you should increase the listening speed, they say, sir, is that speed, will that speed be increased in exams as well? I say no. Then they ask, why sir, you are asking us to practice on that speed? I say, look, when you face the difficulties, when you get used to facing difficulties, all the difficulties become easy. And if you are used to of easy lifestyle, easy things, obviously difficulty would be like a mountain in front of you. So the way we train, the way I train to students, is I try to put them under pressure. I try to get them restricted by the timeline so that they don't feel pressure while taking the test. Today I also counseled a student who was a physiotherapist, and she was stressed. She's good in reading, she's good in listening, she's good in writing, but she's trying to make things more perfect, which is not good, which is over stressing. And when you have stress in your mind, you don't perform well. The only advice which I can tell the students, please be relaxed, get your mind relaxed, do every home chores with you again, along with the IELTS. Don't put the IELTS on your mind. Don't do IELTS all the time, 24 hours. Take the IELTS with all the other home chores and be relaxed. Do your efforts, put your efforts, and believe on your efforts that you're doing good. And believe in God that if you have done efforts, things will be good. That's how I motivate them. And motivation has a biggest role in IELTS exams. No one comes to IELTS with his or her will. Everybody has to do it compulsory. Obviously, you want to go abroad on a work permit or study permit, you have to do IELTS. It's compulsory. You are enforced to do IELTS. So you need motivation, you need consistency, you need focus. And who will do that? You can't do that from the YouTube. You can't do it from online. You can do it by physical instructor, physical trainer, some good dedicated trainer who can make you focus, who can motivate you, and who can take you towards the IELTS test. That's the only way. And I hope this you will have liked that video, and do watch my next videos. My channel is IELTS with Kashif, and I'll keep updating on the IELTS videos on different modules coming soon, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Take care of yourself.